Happy Monday, guys. It is April 1st. Oh my gosh, so much to talk about. If you are somebody who is really concerned about your memory and keeping your memory sharp, keep watching. I'm going to tell you 3 foods to keep your memory sharp. And if you hang out with me for a little bit and you stick around, you'll even get the list of all 50 foods that I found. So I've done some research on this. I got a list for you guys, but I'm not going to read through 50 different foods, but it was really great. I was looking through the whole list and I'm like, there were a few things that surprised me, and that's what I picked out to share with you guys today. But there were some that I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, I could make a whole meal out of memory sharpened stuff. Isn't that cool? So if you don't know who I am, I'm Amber Bennett. I help people make money using social media. I hope you guys are having a wonderful night and a happy April Fool's Day. Did you guys have anybody joke with you today? I tried doing a couple of jokes. I told I told a coworker that there was a margarita bar at the cafe at work, and he's like, "Wait, what?" No, April Fools. Oh man. Yeah, so that was like my best one. I didn't really get too much into it, but did you guys have jokes? Did you guys have jokes today? Hopefully they were all in a playful spirit. All right, so guys, the first food that I want to share with you, it's really interesting because this food, I've been reading a lot about the different things that it does. And I know quite a few people who actually use this product, and well, I call it a product. They take this food daily. And they've actually taken it in a liquid form, which is really interesting, but it's turmeric. Do you know anybody who takes turmeric daily? I've heard if you drink it, or if you take some of it in the morning, you mix it with water, with warm water with lemon. That's a really good way to take it. I know some people who just like take shots of it because the liquid turmeric is more potent, I guess. But turmeric has been used for thousands of years for good reason. It not only makes a really, really delicious and healthy like golden milk latte, because a lot of people use turmeric in their lattes. It's actually used as the yellow coloring in a lot of different foods now too, like macaroni and cheese, the powdered stuff. That's how they actually make the cheese yellow, is with turmeric. But the yellow spice is also known for its ability to help reduce inflammation. And that's why a lot of people take just like a teaspoon or a tablespoon of it, I don't know, whatever's healthy for you. And they'll mix it in warm water with fresh lemon and drink that in the morning because it helps to naturally reduce inflammation in the body. Now, there's actually a study in 2018 by UCLA that says that it can help ease Alzheimer's symptoms as well, turmeric. Now, of course, if you know anybody with Alzheimer's, of course, you're going to be working with a doctor and everything like that. But I look at it this way. If it's a food, there's no harm in eating it, so long as, I'm not on a restricted diet list, right? So I say, hey, that's a pretty cool, neat thing, right? So that study in 2018. Now, there was also a 2001 study that this next food showed that it protected brain cells from neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, okay? So this next food, you might know it by the leaves with stalks. It's called chard or char. Some people don't pronounce the D. But the stalks are of every color, and they're packed with something called a betalains, which is really just a water-soluble plant, and water-soluble plant pigments. And the pigments not only give the veggies that the bright colors, but that's what helps protect from the neurodegenerative disease like Alzheimer's, okay? So that's number 2. Number 1, as a reminder, is turmeric. Number 2 was chard. Now, these are the 3 foods that I saw on this list that I picked out, and I'm like, those are really interesting. And I liked them because there's studies behind them. The last one that I wanted to share with you that I thought was really interesting was olive oil. Now, everybody is pretty familiar with what olive oil is. There's actually been a lot of studies on the quality of olive oil, and if it's, the cold pressed extra virgin olive oil is of course the most healthy for you. It's an anti-inflammatory, and there have been studies out there to actually go and test the olive oil to see if it is of the quality that is advertised on the bottle. There's only certain brands that I'll buy personally because they've been tested and proven that they're actually good quality. They're grown in America. The olives are grown in America, so I like that too. But olive oil has been shown in a recent study and I want to make sure that I get this this journal correct. The Annals of Clinical and Translational Neurology found that olive oil can actually protect your memory and learning ability, as well as help prevent the formation of amyloid, beta plaques, and neurofibrillary. Oh, shall I try that one again? Neurofibrillary. I can't even pronounce it. But it helps to prevent the formation of those tangles. Okay. And those things are actually what lead to Alzheimer's in the brain. So, obviously of the brain because it's a neurological issue. So those are three that I picked out of this list when I was doing this research, and I was like, oh, that's really interesting. There's a whole bunch of studies in here about all these different foods. And like I said, if it's not on a dietary restriction, it's food. It's not going to, interact with anything because it's food. So we might as well, eat the things that are going to kind of keep us a little healthier, especially if you're concerned about your brain health. I know that it's a really, really big concern for me. As a kid, I was had a lot of pride in my memory, my ability to recall things and to work out puzzles and to just be able to hold on to memories. And I had an uncle that dealt with Alzheimer's. Of course, he didn't realize that he had it. But from the other people that were looking in, we knew that he had it. And it was really tough to watch somebody who went from, and I didn't know him too well before I knew him with Alzheimer's, because he was 22 years older than my mother. So I only knew him really as an older man. And I heard a lot of stories about him as a younger guy. He was, in the military. He talked about this wall, this like retaining wall that he built at his house by hand. He placed the stones and everything, and then you compare that to the guy that he became with Alzheimer's, and it was a really tough transition to watch. It was really tough to see somebody who only had a few memories that they talked about every single day because those were the only things that they could remember. He could only remember that. He couldn't, and it was a difficult thing to watch. So I'm really, really protective of my brain. And I want to make sure that everything that I'm putting into my body is helping my body versus not, right? So if you have those concerns as well, you might also want to see the rest of this list. Number 8, I use every single day. It really helps me as a mom, as somebody who works full-time. It definitely helps me out in that regard as well. So the fact that it helps protect my brain is even more amazing. So if you'd like to get your hands on the entire list of 50 foods that help protect your brain and sharpen your memory, go to my profile, click send message, send me the word brain, and I will send you the list of 50 foods to start incorporating into your diet now to help sharpen your brain. I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys have a wonderful night and a great rest of your week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.